On Tuesday, October 6th, 2020, Eddie Van Halen, the famous musician, reportedly died, and later that day, YouTuber Dan Barrett informed me that Eddie Van Halen was in an episode of the television show 2.5 Men. It's very brief, and this appearance occurs at about the 20-minute mark of Season 7, Episode 1. I'll show you a tiny portion of that episode to help illustrate a point about gematria, numerology, and symbolism. So watch. The main character, Charlie, is in a rush to use the bathroom when he encounters Eddie Van Halen.
Well, I have a little memory trick. Change the numbers to letters. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You might want to give it a minute. You were in there with your guitar? Well, you never know when inspiration might strike. Two burritos and a root beer and float.
So the title of the episode, strange, you can see off to the left in the blue letters. The title is 818 JKLPUZO. The title actually translates to a telephone number because some of the numbers were changed to letters.
Yeah, I can't believe you remember it.
Well, I have a little memory trick. Change the numbers to letters. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You might want to give it a minute.
Anyway, so like I said, the telephone number translates to letters. And you see, dialing pads of telephones have alphanumeric buttons. And to those unaware, that's what the keypad cipher of gematria is all about. All standard telephones have these alphanumeric buttons containing what we call the keypad cipher. So yeah, the title of that episode that Eddie Van Halen guest stars in is a telephone number. So let's talk about a different cipher of gematria. I want to talk about Frank Baconis. With the Frank Baconis cipher, the capital letters make a difference. Now, it's important to tell you that the streaming service I watched the episode on displays the title exactly as you see it in blue on the left side of your screen. Notice all the letters are lowercase. So if we go to Gematrinator website, type in the title with the numbers 818 and then the lowercase letters JKL, PUZO, and select the Frank Baconis cipher. With the reduced number calculation enabled, that episode title equals 239. That episode first aired a span of 239 days after Eddie Van Halen's birthday. Now, there's a lot of time coding here. His birthday is January 26th. That date can appear as 1/26. Disregard the slash. Let's look at it like the number 126. If we add 126 plus 239, the sum matches how many days there are in a standard year. 239 is a prime number. To those unaware, it's the 52nd prime number, and the name Eddie Van Halen equals 52 with the keypad cipher. Again, that represents the alphanumeric buttons on your telephone. Eddie Van Halen equals 52. 52 is important for all kinds of reasons. If we include the upper and lowercase letters in the English alphabet, there are a total of 52. 52 is a time number because there are 52 weeks per year. And look at the numerology of 52. 5 plus 2 equals 7, like how there are 7 days per week. Now about the symbolism. Think about the symbol used in digital clocks between the number of the hour and the number of the minute, the dot dot, if you will. That symbol's called a colon. Now, in this television episode of 2.5 Men, the main character, Charlie, is having constipation issues, which has to do with the colon. It's a play on words there, but it's no accident. Pardon the pun. If you notice, Eddie Van Halen's appearance is brief, and it begins with potty humor. Van Halen is exiting the bathroom just as Charlie is running to do what we might call a number 2. Eddie Van Halen warns Charlie that you might want to give it a minute. The suggestion was that Eddie Van Halen had just finished a number 2 of his own. Eddie Van Halen then plays guitar, a little ditty he called 2 root beers and a two burritos and a root beer float. I left that part out. I didn't want a copyright strike. But Eddie Van Halen's appearance on Two and a Half Men was basically for what you might call potty humor. And speaking of colons, potty humor, number twos and whatnot, YouTuber Bobby Simpson made a video about the blatant gematria usage in the Van Halen music video Hot for Teacher. I will leave a link down below, and you'll see why this is related. But anyway, I'll also leave a link for a post about the episode's title. It talks about the phony telephone numbers used in film, and the post ends with a phone number that encodes occulted profanity aimed at the quote-unquote idiots. Like I said, leave links in the description box. It's from something called Chuck Lorre's Vanity Cards. I'll read just a bit from this. It talks about the episode that Eddie Van Halen's in and the phony telephone numbers used in the show. Maybe I should say phony telephone number. The title, I believe, is an actual phone number. But if you watch the episode, skip to about the 2-minute mark, that's where he's talking to this ex-girlfriend of his, and he remembers her phone number, and he only rattles he rattles off 9 numbers where the telephone number should be 10 long. Anyway, I'll read a little bit from the Chuck Lorre's Vanity Cards. It says, in film and television, there exists a rule that all phone numbers spoken in dialogue or seen on the screen begin with the fake prefix 555. The reason for this rule is that somewhere along the line, idiots began calling phone numbers used on TV shows and movies. This resulted in production companies and networks being sued by the unhappy people who were being harassed by and prank calls from the aforementioned idiots. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it goes on to say, we try to get around this dilemma. The phone number Charlie rattles off in the first scene is actually one number short of a real number. And then later in the scene, he discusses a memory trick which involves replacing numbers with letters in order to remember them. Towards the end of the post, it says, a lot of work, not to mention endless negotiations with our CBS censor, was necessary to come up with these numbers. So, to all the idiots out there, let me just say, 555-382-5968. And if you disregard the 555, the fake prefix there, those last digits encode profanity. And I'll give you a hint. It's 2 words, begins with F. The message it conveys is like someone flipping the middle finger.